place called El Centro, and I've been saying that when I introduced this song for about 40 years, and no one has ever in the audience said, "Yeah, El Centro." If I said Buffalo, New York, or freezing, somebody. But no one seems to care about it, and I never went back. I had a gig at this little coffee house called the Aquarius. It was in a shopping mall, and then after that, the guy left town and went to Australia. But I had made an arrangement with the waitress to. She was going to take me over her place later. So I told the guys I was with, "Yeah, I'm not going to need a ride over, and I'm not going to need to stay with you guys at that house. So I'll be fine." And then she never came back. I spent the night on this linoleum floor, just kind of. And there was a piece of paper. I started writing the song, and the trick of writing a song, the trick of a lot of art, it just turned out I'm extremely gifted with this one thing. It's just like anything I draw, paint, write, say, or make up, I'm instantly convinced it's totally great. That's what you gotta have, because when you first start writing stuff, everything that comes out is gonna be junk. And so I wrote all this junk, and then I looked down and I said, "Hey, that's a pretty good line." So I started working on it, and that was the first girl that the song concerted itself with. And then I got back to San Diego. I went down to Old Town. There was a girl with these beautiful earrings, and I put her right in the song. And then I used to have a giant hippie pad on Center Street in Park Boulevard, right by the park. And we all would get high, and it was very illegal at that time. And we'd look out the big picture window. And one day we saw this girl, and she sat at the bus stop. Well, I got to know her, and we got together, and then we broke up, and it was awful. And we got back together, and it was really cool. And then the bus came. And so that, later in life you have to get to know somebody, and then you talk to them, and you fall in love with them. But at that point, I didn't have to do any of that. I could just see someone from across the street. Boom. That's all it took. So that girl was in the song, and then I used to wander around singing Tambourine Man with my $13 pawn shop guitar. And I was doing that one day, and I stopped at the Der Wiener Schnitzel on Washington Boulevard, and I was waiting for my Polish dog. And that's when I wrote the last verse of this song. So about 40 years later, they had a ceremony there to honor the fact that I wrote this song. They made a plaque and put it in the cement table. And I was flattered to find out later somebody stole the plaque. Wow, that's cool. Somebody cared enough to get in that cement table. Well, now the place is closed, but it was open till about last year, and it was the last thing that I ever thought would survive 40 years would be that Der Wiener Schnitzel. But at the ceremony, the folks at Der Wiener Schnitzel, presented me with a solid gold wiener, which I still have.